Here we have a bunch of triangles, and we're going to classify which one is scalene, which is acute, obtuse, right, isosceles, and equilateral. And we're picking from amongst these guys up here. So let's figure out which ones are scalene. Now, scalene triangle is based off of the number of sides it has. Now, the side lengths, I should say, would be better there. None of the sides can be the same in a scalene triangle. So if we go up here and look, this guy is 4, 4, 4 root 2. Well, these two are the same, so that is not a scalene. A scalene, they all have to be different. In this guy, every one of them is 60 in the degrees, but what about the side lengths? Well, we recognize this as an equilateral triangle. If these are all 60, every one of these sides would be the same to make that marking. Now, again, we don't know whether they're all 4 or 5 or 6. To do this, we're simply going to put a marking there, there, and there. Notice they're all single markings, meaning all those sides are exactly the same length. If we come here, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, that means triangle C is a scalene triangle because none of the sides are the same length. They're all different. And that's what a scalene triangle is. All the sides are different lengths. Here, you have a 4, 4, and 7. They're not all different. Here we have 55 and 55. Well, that adds up to 110. So angle-wise, you and I know we have 70 left right here. But what about the side lengths? Well, we learned that if this is 55 and this is 55, the angles opposite them must be equal. So this guy's length and that guy's length must be the same. We don't know what they are, but we know they're both exactly the same. And this guy over here will be a little bit of a different length. Now we're really able to go in and start saying who is who. Now with acute, and okay, let's go to just those triangles that we're classifying by side. Scalene, none of the sides are the same length. Isosceles, this problem number 5 here, an isosceles triangle has 2 of the sides the same length, but not the third. That would be this guy A, because he has 4 and 4. These are all the same. Different, 2 the same, so also D would be an isosceles triangle. And this guy has 2 the same also, so E would also be an isosceles triangle because these 2 sides are the same and the third side is different. Equilateral, that's where all the sides are exactly the same length. The only triangle I have up here where all the sides are the same length is B. So we've taken care of the scalene, isosceles, and equilateral. Those are classified based off of their side lengths. Now let's take a look at the acute, obtuse, and right. Those are based off of their angle measurements. An acute triangle means all the sides are less than 90. Okay? So we can't have anybody above 90. If we look here, this is 45, 45. That means that's going to be 90 exactly, which means he's going to be a right triangle. Come back to him in a minute. 50 and 74, well, that adds up to 124. That would make 130 if I add 6 to it. And then another 50, so that would be 56. None of those are exactly the same, but, which is why we call it, back here, remember, a scalene. But what we're looking for is, are all the angles less than 90? Yes, they are. So C is an acute triangle. If we come back here to B, okay, he was equilateral, but he's also what? He's going to be acute also because they're all less than 90. We come here up, 94. He's more than 90, so we don't even have to worry about these two here. 55, 55, 70. Okay, those are all less than 90, so E is also acute. Let's come to obtuse. Obtuse means they're going to be more than 90. One of the angles has got to be more than 90. Now, you can't have 2 angles more than 90 because they have to add up to 180 and you have 3 sides, so that wouldn't work. So obtuse. Nope, that's a 90, so that's a right angle. Nope, none are bigger than 90. None are bigger than 90. Yeah, he's bigger than 90. So D is an obtuse triangle. We come here. Nope, not there. Finally, for our right triangle, it's going to be this guy, A. A is our right triangle. None of these others have a 90 degree, a right angle in them. So there we go. We've classified the triangles the way we want. Remember, scalene is off of side length. None of the sides are the same length. Isosceles is by side length. 2 out of the 3 sides are exactly the same. Finally, equilateral with side length. all the sides are exactly the same. Here for acute, that means all the angles are less than 90. Obtuse, one of the angles is bigger than 90. And finally, a right triangle, one of them is exactly 90. There you have it.